Khan, the book of Mark, chapter 13, verses 34 through 37. For the Son of Man is a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. Verse 35, watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning. Verse 36, lest coming suddenly, he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and much salutation to the Lord's hopeful elect who continue to push this gospel wherever ye have been driven in these last days. To you I say Shalom, Akim Shalom. World War III, don't panic. World War III, wars and rumors of wars, don't panic. Because you see the whole world is talking about this end times prophecy event that is happening, all right, in Venezuela. It's happening in Ukraine and in Russia, okay? Marines, U.S. Marines getting killed over there in Syria. Now you have threats and wars and rumors of wars of future, all right, incoming battles that will take place in the earth as far as Taiwan and China. But I'm gonna touch on that in a little bit. So the whole world is talking about this event that is happening over there in Venezuela, okay? And it's taking the focus off the Epstein files, okay? Earthquakes that's going on, all right? This pestilence that's floating around. They got everybody feeling ill right now. All right? The digital age that we've entered into. Elon Musk scheduling to do Neuralink operations on humans in 2026. Yes, of course, 2026 starts off with a bang. And just like that, it starts off with a bang. But keep in mind, the same thing happened, some years ago. All right? War take place. Oh, matter of fact, last year, get a precept. Last year, all right, you had this event that happened with Iran and Israel. Okay? And the United States allegedly bombed one of the nuclear facilities in Iran, allegedly, and it ended up halting these things. But the point is, when you heard about the Israel and Iran war, people are on the brink of, this is the end of the world. This is the end of the world. Okay? Nah. Okay? No. And I'm finna read it. All right? This Luke, it's in the NLT Bible. Luke 21 and start at verse 7. Luke 21 and verse 7. Start at verse 6. Luke 21 and verse 6. But Yahweh Shai said, the time is coming when all these things will be completely demolished. Not one stone will be left on top of another. This is going into the Romans, the Flavian dynasty, okay, destroying the temple, okay? It's the Flavian dynasty under Tiberius, Titus, Salakia, Vespasian, Domitia, okay, destroying the temple, sacking it, okay, causing famine, causing cannibalism. All right? Luke 21:7 in the NLT. Teacher, they asked, and you read the word teacher here also when you watch these movies like The Son of God or, the Bible series, you hear the words rabbi. All right? The word rabbi means teacher. It says, teacher, they asked, when will all this happen? This is two accounts here, 70 AD, what I'm reading now. What sign will show us that these things are about to take place? This is the second part, which is the time that we're in now. Okay? The very, very end times. Because the last days literally started when Yahushua came on the scene. Okay? You can find that account in the book of Matthew, man. All right? Also is in Revelations. All right? All right? It says, he replied, don't let anyone mislead you. A lot of false prophets are going out these days, man. All right? All these things are happening simultaneously. Okay? You're about to have a great famine. All right? That's been on the likes that no one has ever seen before. You got Bill Gates of hell, all right, getting ready to release, all right, pestilence, all right, that these prophetic movies that you've seen, like the movie Contagion, Songbird, okay, all those type of movies, I Am Legend, is about to literally happen in this time. It's about to be a reality. It's a strong possibility it's going to happen in 2026. Like I said earlier, great earthquakes are happening. 7.4 and 5 earthquakes. One just happened last week. Weather modification happening, man. Geoengineering the weather. One day is hot, one day is cold. They got everybody feeling ill right now, man. And this is not medical misinformation. I'm only saying what's going on earth and linking it to what is written in the Bible. Okay? The famine of the word is on deck. But I'm particularly making this video to the Akim, all right? Because we are not deceived or being misled or being distracted by these things, because our teacher, as I'm reading here, our teacher, Yahushua, our master, okay, alongside the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who our masters also, have been foretelling these things and are still telling us. We're reading about it while people are panicking. Okay? We like, yeah, okay. We're waiting on the persecution because prophecy is in order. That's coming. All right? The MOTB, martial law, concentration camps, and the big shebang when it really goes down in the valley of Yahushua. All right? The real World War III, because this is nothing but wars and rumors of wars, as I'm finna read back in the NLT. But real quick, this is Isaiah, Salakia. Been eating them pumpkin seeds. Isaiah 33 and 6, man. All right? Isaiah 33 and 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. When people are panicking, remember the Bible says in Luke 21 also, men's hearts are going to be what failing them for fear, for looking after these things, for seeing what's coming up on earth. They see these wars coming up on earth. People are like, oh, and then you see people with every nation with nuclear capabilities. People are in panic mode. They're freaking out. The suicide rates are about to go up. If you thought it happened during 2019, 2020, and 2021, you ain't seen nothing yet. So these scriptures, through prayer and fasting, examining yourself, getting your house in order. I see that's one thing the elders out there in Dallas are pushing, all right, about the inward part of the man. Get on here and you can upload videos all day, but if your spirit ain't right, you're gonna fail. So stabilize yourself. Yeah, these things are gonna be happening. It's going to be all evil around us, as it says in the second Ezra, the 14th chapter. As evils grow upon these earth. War, pestilence, famine. These things grow up on earth, and they're growing now. Okay? They're going to be happening all around us. The men of the Lord are going to be in the midst of it all. But according to Psalm 91, it's not going to touch you. Likening to what I'm reading here. The precept, Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. That's why the Bible says also, I think it's in Proverbs, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. When these afflictions and tribulations, and torments and chastening from Yahweh Shah come upon you, and you get weak, you fall out of the truth, you're not doing your videos, you're more focused on things that's on worldly things that has no place in the soon coming kingdom. You're going to bug out. And the beloved Elder Pastor Hart deemed 2026 that specific year of the year of the apostates. The year of what? Agents, spies, okay? Bug outs, fallouts, weirdos. All these things, man. This is their year. Remember, prophecy is in order. The persecution comes first. As Yahweh Shai wrote about. I got to do a video on that, man. So with the beloved Elder Pastor Hart deeming the incoming year as spies and agents and everything, what is that? That's persecution. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. While I'm going into searching out the inward part of the man. All right? Not indulging in sin, as it says in the Apocrypha. Not to go for touch it. Because it slays the souls of men. You got to be watchful of all things. Because see, the demons know who the elect are, and they're coming after. Remember, the Bible said that Satan desired to sift thee as wheat, and it's always sifting time in this ministry. So we're not panicking, all right? These things are happening. They're going to increase in 2026. Now Trump is threatening other nations. I'm going to get there too. Other nations as well. Colombia posted a video last night with Trump saying the president of Colombia, he better do right, because he'll be next. And I hope he hears this. He will be next. He repeated it again. See, this America is just that bully up on the earth, but you got a bear over there in Russia who's finna check America. Like Craig did Debo on the movie Friday. Or like Errol Spence, the professional boxer, had all the heavyweight belts, and you had the up-and-comer contender, Terrence Crawford, challenging him, telling him, I'm coming for the big fish. I want it. I want all the smoke. Russia's doing the same thing to America. They see America pouncing all across the earth, as it says in the book of Habakkuk. Okay? The guy Pete Hegseth praising Donald Trump, saying Maduro had all the opportunity to just bow down and give in, but he didn't. He fucked around and he found out. This is an article that I have from Times of India. From Times of India. All right? It says Trump sends warning to Mexico, Cuba, and Colombia after invading Venezuela. Luke 21 and verse 8, he replied, don't let anyone mislead you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah, and saying, guys are doing that now. All right, has been doing it, and it's because everybody has a part to play in prophecy. All right, people saying I am I'm the Messiah. You got a guy down here in Baton Rouge who's, has a had, I don't know if he still has it, had like a nice little following, deceiving the masses of the people. All right? But don't believe them. I can't think of that nigga name either, man. I forgot the nigga name because he was going around all the camps with, he started down here, GMS, then he went to IUIC, then he went to ISUPK, making his rounds and, basically making his rounds. And the nigga's a total bug out, man. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know if the Lord put him to death or whatever. I don't know. Don't care. All right? I'm just liking it to what I'm reading here. But don't believe them. And when you hear of wars and insurrections, because in the KJV it says wars and rumors of wars. You got wars, then you have the comma. Then you have rumors of war. Rumors of wars are what? You're hearing about these things, which are located in the news, on your local TV, in the newspaper. What I'm reading here. Let me get it back. All right? Yeah, what I'm reading here. Times of India. Okay? You see him on there? All right? Y'all president. All right? Y'all king. Okay? Ecclesiastes 17 and 17. For in the division of the nations, he gave a ruler over all the people. But Israel belongs to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We belong to the Lord. Yeah, it's a great thing because Trump is getting the ball rolling. All right, he's dead set on about making America great again. So let alone getting the oil from Venezuela. All right, and all the resources and everything. It's other things that go into this. All right, and he's threatening the next incoming. I think it's a woman who's coming in to take Maduro's spot. All right, saying she better act right or she'll get ousted as well too. Trump sends warning to Mexico, Cuba, and Colombia after invading Venezuela. Something has to be done. U.S. President Donald Trump has warned the governments of, and you have people over there in Venezuela who are happy. Thousands of Venezuelans, all right, are happy that this is taking place, that the guy is gone. So it's going to what? Boost Trump's approval rating. But you on the other side too, you got people saying that's not right. It's unconstitutional for him to go over there and do that like that. All right, and I'm gonna do another video on that, going into how America still has 7 countries to invade, and it was supposed to have been done in 5 years, but those years have surpassed. Okay, because you got a specific Rothschild who praised Donald Trump as of yesterday on his doings. Okay. I'm going to go into it in the next video, Lord willing. It says, U.S. President Donald Trump has warned the governments of Mexico, Cuba, and Colombia that their countries could face U.S. action following the military operation in Venezuela, in which American forces seized President Nicolas Maduro and conducted a large-scale strike. And upon his departure, he ordered his military to take action. Maduro. He knew he was on his way out. They took him and his wife. Okay, in case you haven't heard or you've been on the ground on a fucking rock. Okay, that's how the bulk of the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called Mexicans, so-called Cubans, those Venezuelan, Colombian, they are oblivious to what the hell is going on. The attack comes after Trump suggests the U.S. is willing to put boots on the ground in the region due to suspicions of narco-terrorism and drug influence, which is all bullshit. That's the narrative that they set, man. All right, America always sets a narrative looking for a gateway to go into a country. They're going to do something with Iran next. Even making Trump has made threats to Iran that the invasion is coming to you. Now I've seen guys like Lindsey Graham saying, China, you're going to be next also too. Even Trump made a threat to China today. Not to get in the business of what I'm doing over here in Venezuela. Well, how the hell can that happen when Iran, China, Russia is allies to Venezuela? All right, Salaki. Some of this ginger tea. into marriage. How the hell are you going to see? America always stick their nose in other people's business, all right? Invading their privacy. But when it happens to you, you get offended. See, this goes to, I can really get this, but I'm gonna hold off. But in the prophecy of Habakkuk, that whole chapter is a breakdown of what I'm going into right now, with America sticking their nose in other people's business, man. That whole chapter goes into this. The debt also, the great American debt that's climbed and scratching at $40 trillion as of today's date. Salaki, Luke 21 in verse 8 in the NLT, the middle passage states, and when you hear of wars and insurrections, don't panic. Talking to the men of the Lord. All right, Yahweh Shah talking to his men, man. Yes, these things must take place first, but the end won't follow immediately. You still got other things that got to happen before this great battle takes place, and the Lord is mustering the host of the battle as we speak, putting nations in their particular places. Got America doing this thing. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. The Lord has Trump doing this thing to Venezuela. Now they're talking about Nigeria. The Lord is doing it all. You got allies on this side, on this chessboard over here. You got oppositions on the other side of the chessboard right there. And sooner or later, through political actions, diplomacy, diplomatic sanctions, nations that are on this side of the chessboard are going to join on this side of the chessboard and leave America all alone. So just pay attention and watch. Just watch how the Lord finna work. It says it in the Bible. It is time for thee, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, to work. The Lord is working right now. It's going to be beautiful to see this place taken down, man. America's up on that high horse, man. As it says in the 18th chapter of Revelations. Let me get that, man. Let me get that, man. Revelations 18. Right. The book of Revelation, chapter 18. Straight to the point. In verse. Verse 7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. And America's living deliciously, going and getting all the natural resources is propping America up. When America can do all that over here, you can drill, all right? You got the fucking Keystone pipeline that you just want to do this to make yourself that notable figure in the earth. And it is. America is a real beast. It is. Now you see why all nations are going to come against this place and take it down, because America's that real bully in the earth. We are realists over here at Great Millstone. America is, like Jake say, a dog. Yes, it is a real dog. Okay, a badass. You know how I used to call Mike Tyson the baddest man on the planet? America's likening to that. It's written in the scriptures. This is what John saw on the island of Patmos. Straight up, all right? It's going to go down hard, though. Brutal. Like I say, in the midst of it all, you're going to have these different calamities taking place. Famines, pestilence, the MOT being established. The MOTB comes before World War III. So in the midst of these wars and rumors of wars, the Lord going to be jacking this place up on all sides, as it says in the Apocrypha, that the place shall come upon it and hold and behold it on all sides. When you run from one plague and you think you're out of the woods, you're going to run smack dead into another one. You miraculously make it out of that next one, you're going to run into a next one. Jeremiah 15th chapter. The sword to slay, the dogs to tear, the famine to the famine, the pestilence, the captivity. All this is going to be hitting this place on all sides. In the midst of wars and rumors of wars. Why Yahweh Shah said, don't panic, fret not. He said, fear not. The 18th chapter of Revelation in verse In verse 7, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her nuclear fire. America's gonna be that third world country overnight. It's how they just fucking these countries up. Libya, Sudan, Egypt, Iraq, now Venezuela. Now he's making other threats toward Colombia, Mexico City, Nigeria. Watch this. Here you go. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, being on top. You know, a queen is decked out with all kind of jewelry and, been in bed with all these men, like the modern day Eve, the nigger woman is, who's the queen of the city. She's so played out in Baton Rouge, she has to go move to Houston where nobody knows her, and then she becomes a whore out there. That's how America is in the earth. Been in bed with China, been in bed with this nation. All right? That's all it is, man. We see it clearly. We're not ignorant to your devices, Esau, the so-called white man. You're not white, you're red. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. America, under Donald Trump's authorization, they don't think this is going to happen. They don't think America's going to go down. We got news for you. Thus saith the Bible, America goes down. And goes down hard and shall never, never rise again. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule and teach very well. Peace and salutation to the Lord's hopefully elect, who continuously push this gospel wherever ye are scattered in these last days. To you, Akim, I say Shalom, Akim, Abba Ball. Remember, the apostles say, whenever we pray, to say Abba Ball, DTA. And it's written in the Bible. Get it again, man. Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her, America's that queen, that whore, all right, upon the earth, they sit up upon many water, plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who judgeth her. Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. Abba Ball.